What's up guys, JB2017 here with your Destiny tips and tricks content. And this video marks the start of a brand new series on my channel called Exotic Armor Guides, where we look at each piece of exotic armor in depth, compare them to other exotics within the same category, and come to a conclusion. You know, because we can only equip one piece of exotic armor at a time, so it's really important to weigh the options. You know, is this piece good in PvP or PvE, and which subclass is the best to use with each piece of armor. So this time our focus is on the Helm of Inmost Light, which is a Titan-only helmet. The only armor stat we have on the Helm of Inmost Light is Strength, and that reduces the cooldown of our melee ability. So if you're running Striker, you will have the Storm Fist melee, and Defender will have Disintegrate. So in terms of subclasses, the Helm of Inmost Light is great. It is superb for the Striker, and it's pretty subpar middle of the road for the Defender. And I'm going to illustrate exactly why this is the case by going over the three modifiers that are available on this helmet. The first one is Rain Blows, which increases melee attack speed. And you know, that's really useful on, you know, whichever subclass you are running. It's not really specific. I guess you could say that the Striker is more offense based and the Defender is more defensive, and you can make a case that it's better for Strikers, but I think it's really useful all around for each subclass. The next modifier is Invigoration, which reduces melee cooldown each time you pick up an Orb of Light. Now, this is also useful for both subclasses because the Striker and Defender, they both have really effective ways to produce Orbs of Light. And so, you know, for example, the Striker, you can use Fist of Havoc to get like a 4-piece in PvP and PvE, if you're lucky in PvP, but that, you know, produces a ton of Orbs of Light, and of course each time you pick one up with this modifier, you'll get a reduced melee cooldown. Same goes with the Defender, and there's a Defender, I think, Ward of Dawn modifier that actually increases the Orbs of Light that are produced by putting up a bubble, and if that bubble, you know, gets damaged, then it will produce more Orbs of Light. So that's really good for each subclass right there. And then the final modifier, really the highlight of this helmet, is Recklessness, which provides Death from Above, which is a Fist of Havoc ability modifier, and it makes it after jumping, Fist of Havoc can be aimed at enemies below, which is a very nice situational sort of modifier there. And Headstrong, which sprinting increases the leap distance of Fist of Havoc. So these are two free ability modifiers. You get them completely free and clear, which is so good. It's hard to really put into words how good having two free points in your, you know, subclass is. And also keep in mind, Death from Above and Headstrong are only in the Striker subclass. So this modifier is useless if you are running Defender. That's why this helmet is so good for the Striker subclass on the Titan. So now that we're done with those modifiers, let's kind of compare this piece to other exotic Titan helmets. And the only two that are in the game currently, as I'm recording this video, are an Insurmountable Skull Fort and Helm of Saint 14. So the Skull Fort is all around good for each subclass. It doesn't have anything, you know, very specific, kind of like Recklessness with the Helm of Inmost Light. And its, you know, armor stat is Discipline, which is grenade based. And grenades are really good in, you know, PvP and PvE. There's no, you know, just one place where grenades are good. And the Saint 14, the Helm of Saint 14, is centered around the Defender subclass. And there is a specific modifier in there that makes it great for the Defender. So the Saint 14 is kind of the opposite of Inmost Light, and the Saint 14 also has the Intelligence armor stat, which of course reduces your super cooldown. That helps with the Ward of Dawn. That's totally Defender based. So as you can tell, the Helm of Inmost Light is just great for the Striker, and that really gets me down to the verdict. How good is the Helm of Inmost Light? At the most general level, the Helm of Inmost Light is an all-around good option for an exotic helmet. And if you kind of dig into the PvP and the PvE scenarios that you'll be in while you're using this helmet, it is great if you are running a Striker, especially in PvP. It actually owns in PvP if you're using this helmet and you're running Striker. And in general, it's okay for PvE. I say this because I think for Titans, it's generally smarter to run Defender, because when you're getting into those, Nightfall strikes and raids, the melee enemies, like if you get hit by a Praetorian, you're one-shotted some of the time. Only if you're level 30 are you not one-shotted. And so, Striker gets you into more melee scenarios than Defender does in general. That's just my observation. And so that's why I say this is an okay helmet for PvE, but it's great for PvP. And you definitely need to be running Striker instead of Defender if you're gonna, bring this helmet into the PvP arena. So anyways, guys, that was my review of the Helm of Inmost Light. I hope it was helpful. I hope you learned something new from this video. And if you did, remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Also, don't forget you can subscribe to my channel for more Destiny tips and tricks content coming very soon. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.